Welcome to Week 8's Coaches Planning video. Let's take a look at Week 8 SEL. This week, we'll take a look at social awareness, encouraging and supporting our teammates. Here are a few tips. Start by giving consistent opportunity for players to shout each other out after each round of play. Then, give players specific actions to shout out. For example, you might say, "Who gave you a high five or said something nice to you during the game that made you feel good?" Or you might say, "Who supported you when you were taking your turn during the game?" And finally, connect the encouragement with feelings. How did you feel when your teammate supported you in that way? Now let's take a look at Week 8 soccer skills. Week 8, Passing 2.0, the give and go. Player 1 dribbles up to a defender and then passes to a teammate. They then run around the defender and their teammate passes it back to player 1. Ready for a challenge? Try the overlap. Player 1 is dribbling at a defender. One of their teammates runs around the behind of player 1 and up the other side of the field. Player 1 passes to their teammate. Now let's take a look at Day 2. Passing 2.0, the triangle. Two players make a triangle shape to give passing options to the player with possession of the ball. Creating triangle shapes helps players spread out on the field. Players ready for a challenge should try the diamond shape. 3 players create 3 passing options for the player in possession of the ball. It stretches the other team's defense and creates space for the person with the ball. Now let's take a look at this week's games. Day 1 will start with tic-tac-toe. The unopposed game is give and go goal, and the opposed game is give and go goal with defender, ending with your 25-minute scrimmage. For Day 2, you'll start with blob tag. Unopposed game is frozen triangle, and the opposed game is monkey in the middle, ending with your scrimmage. Now let's take a look at the Captain's Corner. This is for your team leaders. Now remember, even if you don't have TTL captains, you can still choose team leaders to help you support practice. During your first practice of the week, make sure to show your team leaders this week's goal. Volunteer to run a game. This might be the warm-up game that you can ask them to choose. You could show them your curriculum to help them out as well. Then, choose jobs for each team leader so that they can support you during practice. And, when you practice the soccer skill, if they're ready, give them the advanced soccer skill to practice. At the end of the week, fill out the coach's comments to reflect on how the leaders did this week, and then touch base with your TTL coach to pass on your comments. And finally, after you've reviewed the curriculum, fill out this week's prep form to check your understanding and receive your planning pay. Program managers will input your hours after they've reviewed the responses.
It's time to play!